September ni somni sang ni somni panga ani Charlie Kirk le Erika Kirk te intawn dan an love story hemi henin en ho do da ni chumi ma chon he en ho lo kang o poimo
Royal Floria hian signboard chi shang ka siam thei ringa 3D Judy nameplate logo chi shang ka siam thei ringe signboard moi tak mangin Royal Floria te chuan in emo door office ti chang tlungin amoina bel cha tu ni hi kan du tak zita indoor in mi mit alo lak le zwal na le customer tamsok in nei bel chur theinan Royal Floria a signboard lo order ve vat tro le kan tarlana hian eng diklai po Sofia thei reng kan ni e Royal Floria Zarkot Main Road near SBI ATM contact 9378143753
Royal Floria te innovador ve thau don di o ole tu da chunin kan en chanang
I met Erika for the first time at this office, Turning Point USA office.
Erika ka huma sakber na chu Turning Point USA office ani.
So we met at the office opening, the Turning Point headquarters office opening, the first one, August 2018.
Kumsang ni somberet August ha Turning Point USA office kanin mu. Chumi asa kanin mu masaber.
And I had no idea what to expect because I was coming into the office from the standpoint of they were potentially going to hire me.
Min hire do da mo katia chu wan chonin thil 100 lockdown ha engma ke ma chonin ka thiam lo ani hati ni.
And I knew of Erika. I saw Erika.
Oh, Erika ka shia ka mutoa hi Charlie na soya Erika ina soybok. Oh, an mani patni ina an soidan kha ti hana ronda du da ni hi seal khop mai.
And we had a very brief meeting at the office.
Office are lo te kanin mo.
And then I had my first conversation with Erika.
He'll tell it different.
Okay, August sang ni sombreta. Ovoi kana nanin muwa ta zona nin be masaberani. Oh.
So I'll tell you from my side.
Aman at dang de flikin na soya ke pon dang de flikin ka soya chuan chonin ke ma chuanin ka thlir na le ke ma experience train karon shilang cheuti.
I was in the Hamptons. I get a random DM.
Oh, Charlie Kirk na lo be masani hi. Oh, Erika hi.
On my phone. I have zero service when I'm out there, and all of a sudden this DM flashes up, and it's like Charlie Kirk DM'd you.
Charlie Kirk DM you. Instagram ava DM ani so DM to hey va text na ang hani mai mo.
It's so Charlie. August 31st, 2018. Hey, shoot me a text at and gave me his number.
Okay, a phone number up ya Charlie and chonin miron text ro atiani.
I didn't respond for a few days.
Ni tam tak chung ka reply la wati. Ngai na amlo.
I Instagram messaged her. And said I
Instagram hanging ka pa biya.
urgently needed to meet with her. And she said why. And it was partially a job interview and also partially something else.
Job interview. Kakatsuan lama mara sa til dang pok ha o mani peda han atiani. Ava biak chana tu.
So when I eventually messaged him back via text, I was like, hey, nice to officially meet you again. What did you want to talk about? Because it was so just random.
Ava reply ya enge til soidu inai. Ting hani na ava reply ni.
And he was like, hey, I'm coming into town into New York City. Let's meet at Bill's Burgers. Mind you, I've lived in Manhattan now for about 5 years. I've never eaten at Bill's Burgers before, so that I guess was a sign like let's take a
Charlie Kenny New Year ka local do na. So an Bill's Burger in muila atiani Chuanin Charlie no pui Erika Kirk lo ro pui khop mai alo turu zirna lama po lo turu chuanin acting te modeling lama te po lo thing sang view to ani
adventure tonight for dinner and go find Bill's Burgers and meet your future husband that you have no idea is about to be your future husband.
And so then we had a great time, and it was about 15 minutes in, I quickly pivoted away from wanting to hire her.
15 minutes in. Okay, anin muwa minutes on panga velan titiya. Hire tu mo de han Charlie ka on ve doni. Ati zo zia te po lo tu ve mai thai ni. Zonin minutes on panga velan titi nuwa khanin. Asoi du ta ka soi pui chou chan ta ni mo.
To wanting to date her.
A date du tu ve ka minutes on panga nu rang khanin shil chou chan ta ni. Soi pui chou chan ta.
And now we know how that worked quite well.
He got there first only
Charlie lo theng masa Bill Burger sa chon.
Because he was coming back from Fox and he kind of beat me there. And I got out of my taxi and we get our table, we sit down, and he orders. The thing that I love though is he was so sweet to the waitress. So that was
waitress แล้วก็คันนี้น่ะเรา feel มาข้าบางคันนี้ Charlie ค่ะก็ดูไพ่มาเนี่ยทีนี้
something that I immediately noticed, that he was like really kind to them. And we ordered our food, and then that's when the grilling started happening. Like that's when the interview process started happening. So I'm like, okay, this is a legit interview. Like let's
จน order ละไอตัวนั้น order ละอัน order จนหัวเจ้าเดี๋ยว interview ค่ะอันจนนะจนนี้อาทิตย์ละจน interview ค่ะ serious อันนั้นครบไหมนี่เอริกาพอแค่นี้โอเคให้ interview ปังอย่างตักกันนี่คือเอาเราติดมันนะนี่อาทิตย์ละค่ะจน
let's go. I'm glad I had my coffee. Like I'm ready to debate you about Aristotle and Socrates, and you want to talk about theology? Let's do it.
พูดเขาไม่ interview เอริกาพอแค่มั้งไอ้ริงล็อกเลยนี่ให้มี interview มาชันตัวกัน
Well, I've never met anyone quite like her. I remember I called Tyler and I
มาอังตักคิดจะตู้มาก็ละต้องไงแล้วทีนี้ Charlie เห็นตัวนะฮะ sweet ครับไม่
said he's going to have to find talent somewhere else. And whatever opening he thought she would fill, that was not going to work. And Tyler was trying to coach me down because he said that she was way out of my league.
อาทิตย์ป้า Tyler นี่ไม่เท่นี่ข้านี่ Charlie คือเอริกาฮีพูโลจู่ผ่านส่วนนี้ไม่ใช่ดูสูเดี๋ยวสองข้านี่เราสิลเวนัสนี่
He's still right, by the way.
So after we got through literally half of the Constitution, going through why I'm living in New York and how I shouldn't be living in New York, and what my 5-year plan is, what success looks like to me, what I studied in college, why, it's like every topic you could imagine that is close to Charlie Kirk's heart is what we discussed and went through. When it was like 3.5 hours, and they were starting to close up, and he
อาทิตย์ละข้าจะ interview ข้าจะนี่เอริกาจงจังแต่ New Year ก็ที่ไงNew Year ก็เราหน้าชันตัวส่วนนี้ที่ที่ช่าง interview ฮันสวยน่าสานี่ส่วนนี้ข้ามี Bill Burger สาหันอันนี้ต้นมาสักเบอร์นาคันที่ไม่ละนี่ date มาสักเบอร์นาคันdate มาสักเบอร์ก็เตะ Charlie คันนี่ interview ส่วนลำคันนั่น date ปุยนี่ยังจู่ดาร์การ์ทุ่มเละดาร์การ์ทุ่มจวงข้ามีมุนาฮันนี่อันออกมาเตะนั่นตีดุนนี่
finished with his burger, just sat there, and I'm like looking around like, okay, did I get the job? Like what's going on?
Okay, ส่วนนี้ข้าเตียงดาร์การ์ทุ่มจวงน้องส่วนหัวคันนี่เอริกาส่วนนี้interview เห็นกับลิงเอ็มโอ้อาทิตย์อันไหนตัวนั้นจะพกฮาโลเซงเวอันนี้
I don't need the job, but did I get it? What's going?
เห็นให้ก็มาโมกเฮร์แล้วว่ามาเราสู้เห็นให้ก็มูเอ็มอันนี้สวยตัวอันนี้เอริกาฮีไอ้อินซ้อมจะรู้ตัวกันนี่มาปนสวยตัวอันนี้มีรู้ปุ๋ยตัวกันนี่เอริกาเกิร์กปุ๋ยมั้ง
on, and he goes, I'm not gonna hire you.
Charlie ส่วนนี้ก็ hire ดอนเราเจ้company ตั้งให้ก็ชอร์ดอนเราเจ้
It's like, okay, well, thank goodness I didn't need the job because I'm already doing stuff here in Manhattan. He goes, I'm going to date you.
ก็ date ดอนเจ้อาทิตย์นี้so romantic Charlie ก็ hire ดอนเราเจ้ใช่ก็ date ดอนเจ้อาทิตย์นี้ Charlie เห็นมั้ย
And I kind of just stood, I froze. I mean, wouldn't you? I literally froze. I was just like, okay, was not
มักกะติลุตัวก็เอ็งมาสวยไงน่าใช่แล้วนี่เอริกาเห็น
just not expecting this at all. And
เบย์เซ่แล้วรู้ตัวก็ขัดแย้งกับ Charlie น่ารักสวยเข้ามา
I was like, do you want to how about we just be friends first? Like, see where it goes?
And I told her I had enough friends.
เอริกาจวนนี้เทรนนั่งยินออกมาใส่ละอาทิตย์จวนนี้ Charlie จวนนี้เทรนจุกันเองอ่ะต่อแต่ว่าดัดใจดัด
And that I didn't want to be friends with her, so
เทรนกันเองอ่ะตัวน้องมันในจวนเทรนนี้ก็ดูเราว่า straight to the point เวทรอดูว่าเชียงเอ็ม
that was kind of a non-starter. But if she wanted to date, that would be great. I had enough friends, and I think she
เทรนจุกันเองอ่ะตัวต่ออาทิตย์ว่าแต่ไม่ Charlie เห็นมั้ย
still finds that to be very funny, but I meant it.
And without hesitation and like zero hesitation, he goes, I have enough friends in my life.
ก็ตอนไหนเห็นยินเทรนกันเองอ่ะตัวต่อ
So either we're going to date or we're not.
กันยิน date ดอนไงดอนเราอันนี้ไม่อาทิตย์นี้
Do I have any time to think about it? Yeah.
อีกไงตัวนั้นหุ่นกันไหนเยี่ยมอาทิตย์เอริกาเคนจะจอดแต่ส่วนนี้ Charlie ส่วนนี้หุ่นเป็นยัง
You have until tomorrow night when I take you out for dinner.
นักตู้สารเทคยังไงตัวนั้นหุ่นนั่นเองฉันจะนักตู้สารนะส่วนนี้ dinner date ตานกระชับปุ๋ยเลยดอนเซ่ตีมักไม่นี่ Charlie เห็น God damn my man เจ็ด
and then you can give me your answer at dinner tomorrow night. But know that the offer's on the table, and I want to date you.
ก็ date ดูเจเดียเจียงคบไหมมีปะเขาขันเราชื่อเจียงเราเจียงเราด้วยว่ามานี่ star มานี่ crush เด้ก็เตียงมินดูตักเก็มเลยเตียงซองว่าเสียมเราขันมินดูชวน direct ได้ว่าป๊บไม่ตัวเจียงเบอร์อันเราดูเลยเวจชวนดูเราชวน it's okay it's fine มั้งreject เราดูเราหนีเรานอลหนีเราฟังใส่งั้มเราแต่ค่ะติดตัวนี่เรา Charlie อย่างเงี้ยdate กันดูจันก็ date ดูเจติดปุ๊บไม่ได้
Okay. So then afterwards, it was like, thank you for this meeting. I need to go walk home now so I can process what happened. And I literally remember walking home from like 54th and 5th all the way to 30th and Madison to just kind of process what just happened.
ให้มี interview จากเฮียนี่เกย์นักการหอนี่ Charlie ปุ่นนับถ่ายเลี้ยมเรานี่ด้วยนั่นหลังอันนี้เขามี in days ขัดส่วนนี้เอาว่าขอส่วนนี้เอาว่าขอเกย์การหอทุ่งส่งขานี่อังไงตัวจัดนี่ตัวที่เข่งส่งเขาบ่
And I remember calling my mom. I was like,
อันนู้ว่าโกเลยErikaเขียน
hey. She's like, hey, how are you? What's going on? How did it go? And I was like, well, I didn't get the job. She's like, oh, that's okay.
Erika เขียนน่าขัดสุกมุลว่าเดียจวนอันนู้จวนนี่เขาลุกอัปไปแล้วเราตีสักจวน
I was like, but I got a boyfriend. And she's like, oh.
มาเสียเบียดปากันให้เดียอันนู้สิละจวน
That's nice.
อันนู้จวนช้าล้อมเราตีนี่
The first date ended, if I remember correctly, just telling her I needed to see her again very soon, I believe Saturday. And then I guess our second date was a basketball date.
Oh, second date, basketball date. Nom melve, basketball date. Seal cup mai.
And then that was a very fun night.
Mi pa in kel trin tam page mo. Anuam dul tuk. Tiega man ko puite na kan sport nom ti zong, kan thiem mo, thiem lo mo. Kan nuam ti zong, hete shoot around mai yang chi te mo. Tiega miron mu pui ve ha, nuam du lo to ha. Feel pui top.
Long night, and then I said, hey, do you want to go to Hawaii tomorrow?
So then, Erika po kiyang basketball kel training ka siya. College ka line ni may thay basketball kel team na to. So kan rin ay din Charlie hi sport lampang alaw din na sa train. Asan tin keen na mo. Kan rin ay din na mahi athletics lam. Alaw amay alaw athlete rep kop may, alaw sportsman rep kop may Charlie hi.
Tomorrow, and because I was going anyway, and she said, sure.
Charlie hi Hawaii kaldona so ni local veduem mati so Erika so yes tiene.
And so I bought her ticket, and she accompanied all of us to Hawaii. And
Tihan Hawaii azuya tiene group ang mo.
Josh was there, and Sarah was there, and we had a great time.
God knew I literally needed someone to smack me up beside the head, being like, I'm not playing games. I'm not going to play with your heart. I'm a loyal person. I'm a good person. I'm a God-fearing person. I want to date you. I have zero tricks up my sleeve. And he just knew that I needed someone like that. And he literally was like, here's Charlie.
So dante so avasi ro pathian ning ke mai min thajeng em ma chu wan chuanin enge mi rin om tak pathian tri tak khatiang tak kha pathian ning ka mamo ti a hre ani chu wan chuanin pathian chuanin hei tan Charlie tin so khen ni na ma chuanin nangai ni a sweet ro khom mai.
And it was just, I think it took me by such surprise in my mind, but in my heart I was like, no, this is let's do this.
a thok a chuanin a soi dan chuan mo kan le don a thok a chuanin Erika chuanin min surprise khop mai ama se ta ka thin lunga chuanin heteng ang mi palo ton hi ka in pe ve thawani chuan chuanin.
What was it like dating Erika? Very fun. I mean, she's incredibly loyal, a great
Ari nom lutuk Erika itia chuan
sport about Erika. Very fun. I mean, she's incredibly loyal, a great sport about traveling and about always having my back.
Erika hian in Charlie hi support MMA Erika hi Charlie tan rinom MMA katan rinom MMA tia chuan zinvel po nuama ti ni.
You know, for those people that know me, I sit around most times and don't do much and adverse to traveling, very shy, trying to find my purpose in life. So she was obviously very helpful at fixing all those things.
I truly feel as if every piece of my life prepared me to date him.
Ka dun thil theng to zong hian in Charlie hi date turin min buat sai ang hian in kangai
And eventually, obviously, marry him, but to date him. And I say that because ever since I was little, and even after college and adult years, I traveled all the time. And
ka te changa college kal ka puitlin hu thleng pon eng tiklai pon ka zin kwala
I was used to living out of a suitcase. I was used to a very unconventional schedule. I was used to the entrepreneur mindset.
Entrepreneur mindset te eng moni timing maksak de wa hetia khosaga nun kwalte chuanin tia zin kwala wardrobe po nei lawa suitcase ma tia nge thuam no te bungro te da khatianga zin kwal kha ke chuanin nga ya ka nei to tia
And just in the mode of building and building and building. And so I got him. I understood that. I understood his sporadic schedule because mine was just as sporadic. And I understood.
khatianga ka lo nun to thina wang kha nin Charlie schedule te Charlie program ni dan song te po ke chuanin government pui ngal vek ani ka thiam vek ati ni
Understood the sleepless nights, and I understood like having to make the time for someone. It doesn't just come to you. You have to work at it. You have to invest into it. And so dating each other, I loved it. I mean,
no amati tu say Charlie ne in date no amati ngang ani Erika
we got to know each other. I tell you what, you learn something about someone a lot more quickly by traveling with them.
midang hi an mi zia kan shet midang hi te kan zin duna kan zin ho hianin an mi zia hi shet na also kan ni
Than you do just seeing them on a weekend for just a getaway. When you travel with someone and
in date mai ai chuanin he tenga han zin dun hianin in shet na also kan ni ti
you have to go through TSA and you have to go through
chan chu zin don chuanin thil tam tak pal tlang tur kha om ve ni an nuam lai o manga ahar sa lai om don bok an zin chuan mo
all the different airports, and you have to deal with hotel rooms not being ready and car rentals not working out and missing your flight and every logistic you can imagine because you
motoron book don te thona flight an mi semon delay mo chuanin hotel an thlen na tur room alo la in pe lo khang zong boina khang kha deal vek anga ya ati
see every flavor of someone's humanity, and we just I don't God literally made us for each other.
pathianin kan pani hi chu intong turin min lo ruam han min lo buat sai ani ti ni
She was always such a great sport with all the chaos that is my life, and Turning Point USA, and my biggest fan and my biggest cheerleader, and
min support tu lian ber ani Erika
always being just so full of grace and wanted to see me succeed.
So no
ka lo tlin hun tur hi anga khlel ne tin hi ro pui khop mai Charlie hi pawan nei tak ani bok ani chan chu Erika hi na support hai me ma hi mi pa hi chon mo kan thil ti na min support hei hatiang hi enge bial nu mo ngai zong tan te po hianin nei hin nuam kan ti in ka shya mi patan chon mo chu mi pa zong chu in ang kher lawanga amaro chu hi Charlie ne na kan in an na ka ti dewa achan tu to ate po ke po research nom de ka te khatianga min support a min lo fuya min lo motivate the tu ra kha khatiang kha ke ma po ka du da na nia ki ting chi hin Charlie po hi ting de hen lo du ve ni
Just so full of grace and wanted to see me succeed.
So in November, I was scheduling my photo shoot for Proclaim Streetwear because we were relaunching, and Charlie he's so smart, but he's even smarter that day because he worked a deal with the photographer that apparently that was the day. I had no idea. All I knew is that in the morning I get a message saying, hey, while you're doing your shoot for Proclaim, I would love to do like Christmas photos. Never take photos together, let alone Christmas photos. I was like, okay.
And finally I was like, oh, let's do pictures together. She's like, you never want to do pictures together.
Okay. Erika hian in photo shoot nei dona chuan engmani streetwear vel an relaunch le don ya kami khanin Charlie hian in photographer kha ti mani lo va belo khani chuan rom han nan lo siama chuanin rom han an siam kha Erika in shrebi alawa chuan khati khanin photo shoot kar la ka han Erika in ring lo lutuk line Charlie hian in ท่านละคงโอ้ท่านละดูนะโอ้วัติทุดไหมเนี่ยอ๋อ Christmas photos
I said, well, today I do.
And I'm positioned in a way where like my hand is on his chest. It's kind of like prom picture, but not aggressive like a prom picture. So we're saying, I'm like, babe, your heart is racing. And so I think that cued the photographer to be like, okay, let's speed this up. I stood over there. He was standing there. No idea that when I turned around that he was already on one knee. I turned back around. I see him there. I froze. I just lost it. He was crying. I was crying.
A propose ni a propose ni oh okay okay sweet very romantic very ที่จริงก็ photoshoot ในไรฮันphotographer ข้านินเลยลำปังข้าหอยตีร์เวเวนยังส่วนนี้เอริกาจุดเดียนเลยลำปังข้าหอยไหมชาร์ลีฮันนุ่งชนตาส่วนนี้ชาร์ลีข้าจุดเดียนเอริกา propose ตัวขันเราทิ้งชิฟเฟลเดอร์ตัวนี้ข้าเอริกาเราหอยเล็ดซี่ข้าอาวัมมุตตาซีชาร์ลีเดียเรา propose ตัวเขามั้งมาคัดที่ลุตัวกันส่วนนี้ชาร์ลีข้าล้อมลุตัวกันจับไปเอริกาอีโปล้อมลุตัวกันจับมา
It was by far the most beautiful, emotion-filled moment that I had ever experienced.
Yeah, Kiki propose na zo Asia. Mamen, romantic le main ton dan so hmu nom ka dia ngai nom ka ti bok. Hemi video ka voi khat en na thawan niน้องนี่ปนี่ไว้ขัดเอ็นนั่นแต่ปนี่ไม่แทงนี่เราไม่แทงปนี่เซ่หมูน้อมกัดที่อะไรแบบครบไหมเอาเลยที่สองข้อตูนจุมาตานักการเรียกเทสุนี่เซ่วิดีโออะไรพอแล้วเท่าตอนนี้